She's like, I'm done. She likes to bite. But she can only bite me. I don't know how we've done this. We've trained her to only bite me.
I've let her start to like nibble me a few times, but she does it so cautiously to me.
See, she loves
She's
biting me
chomping.
specifically.
But then, here, let me just show when she does it to me. See, she's just like so gentle with me.
She's legit like, no, I don't want to do that.
She's so gentle.
Me, she's like, let's go. All right.
Chat, tell me my skirt looks cool.
Your skirt looks cool.
You're not chat.
I'm chatting with you. We're having a chat.
Wait, can they see how long it is?
Yeah.
See, it's like my Sunday.
That was wrong.
You want to do a little spin there?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it really spins, but see, it doesn't really.
No, it doesn't really spin.
Yeah.
Are you married? No. This is my sister.
Hey, I'm your wife.
That's true. I married my sister.
No.
Let's make some lean real quick. Folks.
After you spread falsehoods about me.
Yeah. Come here. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Jillian, you look phenomenal. Thank you. That is so kind of you.
What is lean? I'm glad you asked. What else? Oh, let me do subs. Filthy Cheesesteak 1, thank you for the 8. MBT is tasty. The Scocks, thank you for the 50. The best of luck on the climb is the next Twitter vid about the mail cards or something else. There's actually not a mail list, so no. Concane, thank you for the 6 months in a row. Yay, here's to half a year in a row. And thank you for the conversion from Prime Gaming to a Tier 1 sub. Why does it inform me of that? I don't get more money for that. It just wants me to know.
You don't want to know about conversions? You want to know about the true believers?
Yeah.
That was wrong.
Vishal95, thank you for the sub. Oh, you remember Rod Dreher?
I don't know.
Is that an insane guy who did an exorcist on his wife?
Oh, I guess, yeah. What's up?
They got divorced.
Who could have foreseen
He
this?
That was
converted to
wrong.
Catholicism for his wife, and then they divorced.
Well, he did an exorcism on her. That seems to be important.
You're a Catholic. Isn't he going to hell now?
I guess we don't believe in divorce. Did he get married in the church?
I
That
don't know
was
who did.
wrong.
Oh.
Daddy Shrek 696969, thank you for the sub. Sandman 29331, thank you for the sub as well. Yeah, let's
Also, when you said MBT, what was it? MB is tasty.
MBT is tasty, yeah.
I curled my lip like Sadie does when she gets mad at me.
And Vishal95, thank you for the sub as well. Is she your sister? No, this is my cousin. We're all cousins in the eyes of Christ. That's not true. I don't think that's in the Bible at all, actually.
I want to know. I never read it. I'm Catholic.
Give me a kiss. Did she take your last name? Yeah, she took it, and now I don't have it.
Yep.
You better give it back.
Nah, it's mine now, bitch. What are you gonna do about it?
She said, "Oh, your last name's Rothschild? Ooh, I guess I'll just take that one for myself." Oh,
You know what? In retrospect, I didn't know I was gonna like get really into researching conspiracy theories. But it's been very fun every time I like bring up conspiracy theories against like specific racial, ethnic, and religious groups. I'm like, yeah, you know them Rothschild bankers. You know, they at it again. It's been fun.
Hold up, I think I'm missing something.
You're missing a kiss from me. You're better now.
Oh, MBT!
The Mr. Grumpykins, thank you so much for the 5 gifties. All right, we're just going to have to let that upload in the background. Ugh, I got a really quick turnaround on playoffs this week, so we got to make sure everything is working easily. Flat Earther? No, I mean, like, I would say we prefer, what, globular skeptics?
Oh, So I realized when I say I research conspiracy theories.
She's a flat earther.
No. I'm a political scientist, and my area of research is conspiracy theories and why people.
She's not flat at all.
That was funny. I liked that.
Any globe heads in the chat? Does she know Jaden Smith? Yeah, we hang out with him regularly. The problem is we keep trying to play with the guy, but he just wants to talk about important economic issues and political ones, you know? He's just too mature is the problem.
I hate the word theory. Why?
They don't like reading. That's why they're here.
I guess.
I'm a cube earther, personally. True! Anyone here member of Time Cube? Anyone here know Dr. Jean Ray, wisest human? Does anyone here have the freedom to discuss, debate Time Cube? I don't think so. Earl, thanks for the 1,000. Yeah, we're about to open the box. I think this kind of defeats the purpose, right? I just gave you money for this, and now you're giving me the money back. I'm a pyramidal earther. No, not Time Cube. We can't bring it up on chat because it has too many slurs. But, you know.
I'm going to ask Sadie a question now.
Yeah,
Let's
watch
see how
this.
crazy she gets. Do you have a good view of her chat?
It's okay, yeah.
Sadie, special lady. Do you want your dinner? Yeah, you want your dinner? Yeah, that's a yes.
Sheesh. There she goes. All right. Let's do some mail day. Mail day, mail day, mail day. So a lot of mail randomly came in one day. I do not for 1 second think that all the mail arrived on this day naturally. I am pretty sure, as has happened multiple times, the people working the desk were just very lazy, and once the mail had piled up to a certain amount, they're like, fine, distribute it. So I got 4 pieces of mail. The first is the prizing from the Yu-Gi-Tuber King of Speed Duel tournament. Now, you might realize we only went 2-1, and I think got like 4th or 5th in the Yu-Gi-Tuber King of Speed Duel tournament, so we shouldn't have gotten prizing, except they gave us prizing anyway for entering. So here's what we got. First up. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. Wow. That's something. Looks very nice. Very happy to have this. And that's not all. We also got a single Speed Duel Tournament Pack 2. I love opening Speed Duel Tournament Packs. They are just money. So I'm going to open this bad boy on camera now. We'll go 1, 2. Ready? Here we go. These are curled to shit already. There's really just no way to stop that from happening with TP2. Here we go. B-Tron. All right, here it is. The Ultra. The Ultra. Ah, Enchanted Fitting Room. That's fine. Still a fine card. TP1 is where the money's at, but hard to get those these days. Not all I got today. I also received a package from one Earl. That's of My Name is Earl fame. He sent me a bunch of shit that I ordered. Yeah, that's a little less exciting, but let's take a look at it. First up, we have this beautiful World Championship Qualifier deck box. Wow, look at this beautiful World Championship Qualifier deck box. You get these by placing like top 8 in a regional, which I have not done, so I had to purchase it. But it is a great way to display my insanely based deck. Additionally, he sent me the new Judge die. Look at that. It's a nice one. It's a very nice one. And finally, he sent me the one of these I was missing, the translucent field center that I do not have, Stratos. For some reason, I did not have this, but now I do. And it looks great in my calculator case. Next up, we got this. This is CSM prizing from last month. So if you won the CSM last month, I'm going to get this to you shortly. We have this. This arrived. I'm shocked it actually arrived.
That was wrong.
Stanky Panky, thank you for the sub. Here we go. Some of you may already know what this is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that. I'm working on it. It's happening slowly. Here it is. No, it's not the pantheisms. Those are just lost to the eons. Wow. It is the official Yu-Gi-Oh! King of Games branded Pot of Greed tankard. It is a mug. You can actually drink out of it. They recommend you don't drink out of it. It came with this thing. It says, it's your turn. Draw 2 cards. Each one is individually numbered, which is very important to me. You know that I really care about stuff like that. I'm number 3477 out of almost 10,000. So yeah, very important that they're individually numbered. Oh, damn. This is way nicer than I thought it would. I thought it would be tiny. It's like a real normal size. Oh. Wow, and it's not like broken or anything? Huh. Well, I am pleasantly surprised about that. It wasn't that expensive either. It was like 30 bucks. Oh, that was a bad idea. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, why'd I do it a second time? Who knows? Huh. All right, that'll live on my desk. All right, and it will replace that. Awesome. Y'all hear that one? That was a full cup of water, like 16 ounces. Say, do you want to drink some water off the ground? Oh, thankfully it missed the computer entirely. That's lucky. I hope this doesn't leak through to the people below us, because they will kill me. They already do not like me, because I am loud as fuck constantly. Oh, that's seeping through for sure. Not a lot I can do about this. You're getting some ASMR here. You know what? I'm actually doing a pretty good job here. We're getting there. Whew. I have soaked this towel, however. All right, couple more and we should be good. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. No. And I got it all up, basically. Let me refill this. Ugh. Never a dull moment, right, chat? Alright, whatever. That's all the mail I had. Now time for the female. Know what I mean? Ugh. And speaking of female, awful, terrible news, chat. Truly miserable news. I hope everyone is sitting down for this. This is really gonna grind your fucking gears. Here we go. So yesterday, as is to be expected in Joe Brandon's America, the female list was deleted from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yugipedia wiki. It was changed to a list called Gender. The old one had 50,000 people on it. The new one...
That was wrong.
That's it. It's just got Shadow of Eyes, the weird femaleness present in the early video games, and Zombiestein. That's it. Let's get an 07 in chat for women who have now successfully been erased by me specifically. Everyone said that all those British people said that they were trying to erase femininity, and you know what? I can just say right now they were right, but they never expected that that erasure would come from me, a cis man. Cis man. Anyway, it still exists on the fandom wiki. They didn't take that shit down. However, the new gender article actually does what it's supposed to do, right? It's a list of all the weird fusions you can make in those video games and the couple of times that it's mattered in the anime. That's it. But it also gives us the greatest line ever that the Prague Playoffs team will not stop fucking saying, which is, gender is a game concept used sporadically throughout the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise. So if you get in a fight with, like, you know, a transphobe on Twitter, and they're like, oh, you can't even define gender. Easy as that. You just go, yes, I can. Link it. Gender's a game concept used sporadically throughout the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise. You know? I really do. I'm going to get a lot of mileage out of this, I'm going to tell you right now. Just this exactly right here. This specific image. Anyway, thanks to Mr. Konami for inventing gender. What else do we have? Let's do current events real quick. Let's see what we got. Oh, geez. This is still going on. Yikes. Bryan Cranston? Why is he trending? Just because Breaking Bad was good? Oh, Aaron Paul announced the birth of his first son, and Bryan Cranston is the godfather. That's so nice. Oh, that's actually really cute. Oh, okay. I expected it to suck ass. Ben Shapiro. Oh, great. Newsmax includes Deadman and Ben Shapiro in lineup of contemporary black conservatives. This is true. This is actually quite true. When black conservatives, when you think of them, who do you think of? You think of the Godfather's pizza guy who died from COVID. You think of the guy who quoted Mewtwo.
That was wrong.
You think of that guy who should be in federal prison, and whose name is apparently Sheriff David Clark. And of course, you think of Ben Shapiro. I mean, truly, what does it mean to be black? That's a classic thing that he says. Bill Nighy. Okay, I do not need to read about him. WotC. Why is WotC trending? It's actually a very funny reason. So over the past decades, you know how it is living in Joe Brandon's America. Inflation is rampant. And who is more affected by inflation than purveyors of cardboard? As you all know, cardboard is now worth its weight in platinum. That's why Konami made the platinum blue eyes. And as a result, Wizards of the Coast is going to increase the prices of their cards by 11% to account for inflation. Anyway, they made $1 quadrillion this year. There's just no reason to do this. But they think they can get away with it. That's the reason that they do this. It's quite funny. We will be increasing price. Like, you could even, that doesn't even count for inflation, right? Isn't inflation like 4 or 5% right now? Yeah, let's just ratchet it up to 11. And, you know, like, inflation matters with regards to, like, food, because, like, all of the things that go into producing the food now cost more. Cardboard, not expensive. Not expensive. Oh, did Kibler say something? Am Am I not following Kibler? I thought I was. Maybe I unfollowed him because he was being super annoying. Oh, you know what it was? I love Kibler. He is maybe one of the most important card game people in the history of time. But during the BLM protests 2 years ago, he was one of the guys who went and scrubbed down graffiti. And that was a level of cope that I couldn't deal with on my feed. Let's see what we got. Did he say something about it? Where is it? He was trying to help. Oh, here it is. Good news, sir. We're raising our prices across the board, but we've already made record profit. Why are we raising prices? Because the news is reporting about inflation, giving us a smokescreen to raise prices for no reason other than to buy some more yachts. But aren't people going to see through that? What are they going to do? Make a comic about this conversation and then share it around? Well, there it is, you know. Did he delete it? I hope not. Yeah, here it is. Nah, that was a weird time to be white. Weird thing to say, but it was a weird time to be white because it was like, what are we supposed to do here? And you know, he was just fired in the wrong direction. You know, he was trying to be helpful. It was like, what do you want us to do? And they're like, implement systemic change. And we're like, can't really do that. It's working out for me really well. Anything less we could do? Imagine being white weird champ. It's true. True. Can we get some whites in chat? It was awful. Yeah, I gotta say, Chet Hanks, way off base. Could not have picked a worse white boy summer. Ugh. Nah, there were a lot of well-meaning people during that time who were trying to lob activism in any direction they could. And for some people, that was cleaning up their graffiti, which it wasn't me. You wouldn't catch me doing that shit. All right, what else is going on today? We got Disney. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis issued a proclamation. Danny, I'm just going to need you to delete that real quick. Issued a proclamation to have lawmakers consider the termination of all special districts that were enacted in the state prior to 1968, including Disney's Reedy Creek Development District. Let them fight? You know, I don't like the guy. I really hate him, but critical support for DeSantis, you know? I mean, he does want every trans person to die. But he hates Disney. No, I hope that, you know, something bad happens to him. I'm not going to do it. Oh, man. Yeah, fuck everyone involved in this. This is the, like, every single person involved in this. Fuck every single person involved in this. What else do we have? Would you want him or Trump in 2024? All right, I'll do my little bit on DeSantis. DeSantis doesn't understand the Trump thing. He just doesn't get it, right? You know, I'm not a Trump guy. You will probably not convince me to vote for Trump in 2024. You know, shocker. But the thing that he doesn't understand is that people liked him because all of the shit that he said was so useless, right? DeSantis is like, I have actionable policy positions that do evil. Trump was just a fucking, like, an empty vessel that could be pointed in the direction of evil. The reason people liked him is because he would go on stage and he would say stuff like, the lights in here, they look disgusting. The parades these days, they're not fancy. Why is no one talking about this? The stuff that DeSantis is peddling in Florida doesn't work nationally. I hope it doesn't, because I do not want the people he's targeted at a federal level. Will and Jada Smith could have one of the ugliest divorces in showbiz history. I gotta be real with you. We gotta get him out. We gotta get him out. Will, we gotta get him out. Will, you're coming with us. Who the fuck cares? I care. I care. Did ask. All right, I'll click it, Danny. Is this him doing this? Yeah, he's trying to do the pose now even. It's awful. He's just terrible at it. Steam? What's with Steam? What's going on with Steam? Oh, the Steam Deck? This looks cool. It's just super expensive. I'm going to wait till it's less expensive. I can't wait to play Master Duel on a handheld device, not named the Switch or the phone. Belle Delphine. Am I allowed to click this one? What's going on with Belle Delphine? She is back. It's literally all people asking again why she's trending. Piers Morgan. Oh no. Speak of the devil. Let's see what we got.
Okay, Piers, I'm ready.
A former president in denial.
A former another. Every single person involved in this. Terrible.
To your face. I think I'm a very honest man. Much more honest than you, actually. Really? Yeah.
I think I'm a very honest man. He's so wet. Dude, he's sopping. Look at this. He's so wet. Look at this. He's fucking glistening. He's drenched, dude. What is going on? How do you get this wet? You must have just watched one of my videos.
Only if
Look at that. He's soaking.
I do now, yeah. Excuse me.
Okay, with respect,
The
you have
legislature.
He's wet too.
Excuse me.
Oh my, whoa. Oh my god.
The most explosive interview of the year.
I don't think you're real. This is just
I'm not like
very.
Did you say I don't think you're real?
I'm not like
Explosive interview of the year.
I don't think you're real.
That's me to my sleep paralysis demon. That's me to my thick goth tulpa.
This is
realize
just
I'm not like-
very dishonest. Let's finish up the interview.
Morgan versus
Turn the
Trump.
camera off. Very dishonest.
Oh, you know I'm gonna watch this.
That was
I mean, I'm
wrong.
not gonna like it, and I hope everyone in it, you know, is no longer able to be on TV afterwards. But look how wet it is. I can't pass up hydration of this level. My God. All right, what else do we have going on? 12 famous I don't need to read BuzzFeed. Digimon survive. It survived, I guess. I didn't think it would. I need to start playing Digimon. Those commercials made me think I would enjoy playing Digimon. And Rip Duke. Duke died? Duke Devlin. Oh, he's a doggy. Oh, that's a very cute doggy. He's old, though. Oh. That's sad. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right. Pretty weird stuff today. Let's do Wordle. All right. Uh-oh. That's not good. How about ghost. Okay, we're chilling. We're chilling. We're big chilling. How about I bet G's at the end. Well, let's try like low law loadg loadg low how about like drag? Drags? I'm just throwing in. Okay, there's where the G is. There's an R and an A and an O. Okay, we should be able to do this. O-R-A. Where the fuck are we putting any of these letters? Oda! O-R-A-G. It's probably like something that goes with R. Like frogs? Froga. Oh, but the O probably has to be the second letter. It's probably like... No, it can't be an S, and it can't end... Could end with a Y. Could be like... A rogie? Yeah. A rogue... It could end with an R, so it could be like Foger. No, that really does not make sense at all. Could start with one of the vowels. It could be like a logger. Wow, this is awful. What the fuck? Let's just start throwing letters wherever. How about like Fogue. Wow. This is awful. We have 4 letters and we can't figure it out. What's going on here? Arogo. What the fuck could it end with? Could end with like an M. Rogum. Oragum. Orage. Orag. Orago. Oraga. Oraga. Oh, I know it. It's Orago. What the fuck? Rago. Raga. Oh my gosh, what? Oh, I get it. What could you possibly
That
get?
was wrong.
Mezzo Emers, thank you for the sub. We'll do subs after this. Why is the G there? I can't get it. Aorga. Aorgi. An orgy. It's a orgy. It's actually a orgy. Raggy. Okay, that wasn't right. I missed several letters there. The second one is A, so it could be like orgy, org. Fargo? Like the show? Could be Fargo. Largo, Bargo. Bargo? Is that a word? Cargo! Oh. Cargo. I thought it was a orgy. I think a orgy was close. Do the Yagordle. All right, let's go. Let's say we can leave the chat on for this one. Let's start with Alistair.
That was wrong.
Okay, well, it's an effect monster with other stuff. Oh! I guess our food's here. They didn't call me or anything. Discombobulated code, thank you for the 5. All right. Stardust? Yeah, let's try Stardust. Okay, it is a synchro. Wait. I keep fucking this up. Okay, there we go. 2000 defense, 8-star synchro, released in 2010. So that would be... Sheesh. Thought Ruler? That's 08. Aracanite? Arcanite Magician? No, that's a 7. Blackwing? Oh, like the shitty one. Black Winged Dragon? No, doesn't have 2000 defense. Junk Master. Nope, that's not a card. Junk Archer doesn't work either. Junk Destroyer? Junk Destroyer does look like it works. Nope. Oh no, it has too much defense. Road Warrior? Oh wait, 09. It's light, maybe? Scrap Dragon. That's a great guess. That's it for sure. What the fuck? Oh, we knew it wasn't Earth. Okay. Well, those are the stats. You got the stats right. What could it possibly be? Gen X ally Axel? Those are the wrong stats. Come Among Us. Angel of Zera. 2013. Spark Dragon? I've never heard of this card. 2013. Oh, Stardust Spark. No way. Crimson Blader? Oh, no shot. It's 2010. Yeah, 2013.
Was wrong.
Blade! Thank you for the 23. Has to be a Karakuri. There's not an 8 Karakuri. Barredo? Yeah. Barredo does not have the right defense stat. Tricorn? Wow. Good stuff, chat. I would never have gotten this in a million years. Never in a million years. Huh. Jillian, our food's here. It's been here. I'm gonna see if I can get just a little more of this. It's just kind of damp now. Didn't really get any of it. Okay. What's next? Let's do... Let's do the tweeter. Tweeter. When did I tell Spence to be around? 7? Yeah, you
That
might
was
want to do
wrong.
7:30, my guy. How have we already been live for an hour? That's insane. All right, let's do subs real quick. The Deity of War, thank you for the 5. Your content got me back into Yu-Gi-Oh! I blame you.
That was wrong.
Discombobulated Code, thank you for the 5. Mezzo Emrys, thank you for the 16. Shake Up Jaker, thank you for the 9. Do It Broly, thank you for the 5. Not a Nutcase, thank you for the gifty. Rikoda-sama, thank you for the 2. Stanky Panky, thank you for the 9. Sweet Loot Field Center Slick, I agree. Oh, thank God. I heard that liberals were trying to cancel Snickers, and specifically the cock vein that Snickers have. How often do you drop drinks while streaming? Frequently. Scrolling. Okay. This is the worst reply. I don't think I can click the replies. Amazing. Thanks, Rebby. That is a Snickers, by the way. Holy shit. I love the confidence / audacity of Team Samurai X1 to post the most assed deck from the anime on YouTube and just title that shit Rank 1 Wicked God Deck, and ain't nobody fact check that. We just accept that he has access to some mysterious archive of top ladder decks. The quote tweet? Cry about it. True. 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 That's pretty true. That is pretty true. Let's do my tweeter. All right, are you ready? We're gonna do some. We're gonna do another one of these. So if you want to be in the YouTube video, you know, behave yourself. All right. Let's go. More work. You got enough work on your plate, Dyer. You got enough work on your plate. In fact, let me, Chad. You need to give me 30 seconds so in silence so I can watch Dyer's most recent draft of the thing that's going up in 4 minutes. Okay, here. Give me a sec. Hey, I'm Joseph Rothschild, aka. You know, let me get my keys out. Nah. MBT, and you're watching me. Hopefully, you may recognize me from that SEMO series where I'm getting my ass beat. Tack deck, I have you. Or that Hard Leg series where I'm getting my ass beat. Dog, you pull fucking evenly matched. Or those physique videos where I'm getting my ass beat. Oh, it worked. But I've got plenty of ass for my own channel. We've got 10-minute testing. Dyer, this is like 100,000 times better than the last one. How did you do that? This is a completely different video. This is great. Dyer, this is perfect. This is just unbelievably good. Thank you so much. Is there music in the background? I couldn't really tell because I had it down so much. Wow, that's great. That's really good. It's just she just made a different video. I almost want to put them side by side. Okay, all right. Okay, ready? So let's give her some more work. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka MBT, and these keep doing really well. Except for the female one. What's wrong with you people? Anyway, we're back again with another me reading Twitter instead of doing something productive with my life. Today we're asking a very important question. Can I do this indefinitely? That's not even going to be it. Don't put that in there. So today's thread is going to be about something a little different than usual. Usually when we're talking about individual cards, we're talking about their power levels and how they were over or underestimated. Today we're talking about the actual text on the cards. Now sometimes if a Yu-Gi-Oh card was printed before problem-solving card text, which originated in 2011, or was printed with an unbelievable power level but is still a fan favorite, something like Sangan, it'll be issued what's called an errata. An errata is a text change that modifies how the card is played. Frequently, these erratas just clear up confusion about what the cards themselves actually do, but oftentimes they also nerf cards, buff cards in some rare cases, and sometimes change cards entirely. For an example of the latter, here is Mysterious Puppeteer. The first print of this card says, when the monster is summoned, excluding special summon, or flip face up by attack or some effect, the life points of this card's owner increase by 500 points for each monster while this card is face up on the field. I don't know what that means. But the errata says each time your opponent normal summons or flip summons a monster, increase your life points by 500 points. Easy, simple, clean, and also a completely different effect. I guess they were just hoping no one would notice. All right, let's go through these. Diamond Direwolf had a wild change in card text. I'm surprised no one talks about it. I've literally never heard of it. Once per turn, you can detach an Xyz monster from this card, then target a Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast monster you control and one other card on the field. Destroy them. I'm familiar with that. Thanks, Dyer. Yado Karu is a weird one. It used to activate when it switched from defense to attack, which made sense because you would expect to set a card with these stats. But now you have to summon it in attack, protect it, wait a turn, then switch it to defense. When this card is changed from defense to attack position, place any number of cards from your hand at the bottom of the deck on any order you desire. When this card is changed from attack position to defense position, put any number of cards from your hand at the bottom of your deck in the order you desire. Well, that's fair. They had to make an effect that good much harder to get to. Listen, I understand why they changed Ring of Destruction, but man, the journey it goes on is so funny to me. A classic bit is the pains they take to make sure this card can absolutely never, ever again result in a tie. Yeah, Ring of Destruction is an impressively powerful card and was playable pretty much the entire time it was legal. It recently came back with like 15 different stipulations. The original card destroyed a face-up monster and inflict damage to both players equal to its attack. Now, you can only use it during your opponent's turn. Your opponent has to have more life points than the attack of the monster you're destroying, and you have to take the damage first, and then you can only activate one of them per turn. It's just miserable. This is more of a misprint than an errata, but Aluber the Boober of Duber actually did receive a change to its text. The first print says you can add a Despia spell trap from your deck to your hand, but there's no such thing as a Despia spell trap. They were supposed to write branded. Dispel destroys one magic card on the field. If this card's target is face down, flip it face up. If it is a magic card, it is destroyed. If it is not, it is returned to its face down position. The flipped card is not activated. Now reads, target one face up spell or one set spell trap on the field. Destroy that target if it is a spell. If the target is set, reveal it. That's exactly the same card. I'm sorry. This is literally exactly the same card. This one is really small, but still kind of funny. Draw 2 cards from your deck, change to draw 2 cards. It's not the weirdest, but still the funniest to me. Maneater Bug is an example of what I like to call Maneater Bug is one of those cards that's written in a way that I absolutely love. Back in the day, Yu-Gi-Oh! Had no idea what they were going to allow their cards to do, which is why the original print of Maneater Bug says, destroys one monster on the field, regardless of position. Oh, thank God. The Blackwing counter trap accidentally got errata'd in Legendary Duelist Season 2 to no longer say when a monster your opponent controls activates its effect. Now it says when an opponent's monster activates its effect, which means that it can negate Nibiru. Oh, cool. And then they fixed it with the database, putting it back to the bad version. Cypher Soldier does have a really weird errata history. This card was playable multiple times over the course of its lifespan. When it battles a warrior-type monster, its attack and defense is increased by 2,000 during damage calculation. This is really good in formats where stuff like Six Samurai exist. The first print is Earth. It was not supposed to be Earth, so they changed it to Light. And then they changed it again to let you know that it only works during the damage step, moving it back to Earth. And finally, they changed its name entirely to Cypher Soldier because a translation error included it in an archetype it was not supposed to be a part of. Cool. Necro Valley changes its text every week, I swear. Yeah, Necro Valley is the poster child for this archetype. I think we're going to find a better post below. Whoa! Is that Alexino? Wow. They straight up just changed how Rampart Blaster works. No, they didn't. What? Elemental Hero, Clayman, and Burstanatrix. This monster cannot be special summoned except by Fusion Summon. While this is in face-up defense position, this card can attack your opponent's life points directly. In that case, apply half of this card's attack for damage calculation. Sure. Must be Fusion Summoned, cannot be special summoned by other ways. Well, that's clunky, but is, in fact, the same effect. This card can attack while in face-up defense position, but only if your opponent controls no monsters? Why'd they nerf this? Oh, thankfully they put it back for the GX Speed Duel box. Why would they nerf that? This card is terrible. Oh, yeah. Demock's a fantastic case. On normal or special summon, you add a spell card from your graveyard back to your hand. There's no way that effect can ever be legal in Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever again, so they just made it straight up unplayable. Triggers during the end phase, adds a spell card back to your hand, hard once per turn. Blech. Darkness Metal Dragon got changed to a hard once per turn, though I think this was to bring it in line with existing OCG rulings. There's a couple of these erratas that are only meant... There's a couple of these erratas that only change the... There's a couple of these erratas that specifically change the name of cards because a cute little translation error in 2002 meant that when they made an archetype around a specific card name, the card was included in it. As a result, every frog card for like a decade had the text on it that said, "Accept Frog the Jam." Finally, they bit the bullet and just reprinted it as Slime Toad. Barf. Justice for my boy. Oh, another card that was just slaughtered. CZV tributes a monster with 1,000 or less attack to destroy all cards they control with 1,500 or more attack for the next 3 turns. What does the new one do? Tribute a dark monster with 1,000 or less attack. Your opponent takes no damage until the end of the next turn. Also, look at your opponent's hand and all monsters they control, and if you do, destroy the monsters among them with 1,500 or more attack, comma, then your opponent can destroy up to 3 monsters with 1,500 or more attack in their deck. Allows them to plus into the graveyard and only lasts 1 turn. They take no damage for a turn and a half afterwards. Sick. Burstinatrix has the distinction of being the only monster to have its flavor text errated. A flame manipulator who is the only woman among the elemental heroes. Her burst fire burns away villainy. 2, a flame manipulator who was the first elemental hero woman. Wow! Diversity win. That's actually not true, by the way. There's another one who has been errated. I hope we get to see later. All right, so here's the Necro Valley post. What the hell was going on with Necro Valley? This isn't even all the erratas. So Necro Valley is weird. The idea is it's meant to lock the graveyard entirely, prevent any effect from causing a card to go in or out. But it turns out that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has printed like 400,000 different effects that interact with the graveyard, and boxing them all out is pretty difficult. So here we have, as long as this card remains face up on the field, all effects of magic, trap, and or effect monster cards that involve graveyards are negated, and neither player can remove cards in the graveyards from play. Next one, negate the effects of spell, trap, and monster cards that affect a card in the graveyard, and neither player can remove cards from play from the graveyard. Next, cards in the graveyard cannot be banished. Negate any card effect that would move a card in the graveyard to a different place. Negate any card effect that changes types or attributes in the graveyard. What the hell does that mean? Negate the effects of all spells, traps, and effect monsters that target a card in either player's graveyard. Cards in either player's graveyard cannot be removed from play. Sick. Earl, thanks for the 100. Necro Valley still has one more change coming beyond all these. Jesus Christ! What on earth could they change with it? What's current Necro Valley? Oh, the current Necro Valley is the negate any card effects that change types or attributes in the graveyard. The best version of Necro Valley, in my opinion, is the one that allowed Grapha to resummon itself. OG Help Homer is so good. Like, you know what it's trying to say, but it's so clunky. When this card has been sent to the graveyard as a result of battle, this card's effect is activated. You usually would just denote that with a colon, but sure. As long as this card exists in the graveyard. Hegel is going to negate this effect. All right, let's click this. Normal summon a frog, normal summon a frog, normal summon a frog. Rest in peace, old swap frog. You can only gain this effect once per turn. Go to hell. Some erratas actually exist to correct mistakes made when a card is imported. The first time that Hextia was printed in the TCG, it couldn't negate spell or trap effects, just card activations, which made it much worse. Raico's funny because to this day, I really don't know what they want this card to do. When he was released, he destroyed cards that didn't... When he was released, he destroyed cards without targeting. Then later they were like, no, he has to target. Then later they decided, no, these should be sequential, 2 different effects activated in sequence, and he should target. And now they're applied simultaneously, and he no longer targets again. What is going on with this card? Oh. Rest in peace, my boy. There's actually a really old Sangan print that I think is OCG only that did not specify it had to be sent from the field to the graveyard. You can imagine how that went. Remember what they took from you. Face down attack position monsters. Darkness Approaches used to be the only card that could put monsters in face down attack position by discarding 2 cards from your hand. Select one face up monster and flip it face down, but do not change its battle position. Now you have to change it to face down defense. This is Joe Brandon's America. I love cards like this. Revival Jam and the new Revival Jam are functionally the exact same card, but because they just randomly put extra text on cards back in the day, they just get to shave half of it off. Not sure if this is the correct Japanese image, but Pot of Greed used to specify it had to destroy itself after being used. Oh, yeah, dude. Crazy. Mask of Restrict's original printing is iconic. No matter what the situation, neither player can offer any monster as a tribute. Oh, don't even talk to me about Last Will. Last Will is a card so mysterious that we still don't know what it does. Last year, the GOAT format, the Heads of Ruling. Last year, the people who do the rulings for GOAT format changed the functionality of this card based on new interviews with judges who were operating during that period. Let me just read you this card. If a monster of yours is sent from the field to the graveyard during the turn you've played this card, you can select a monster with an attack of 1,500 points or less from your deck and play it as a special summon. Shuffle the deck after playing the card. This card is active for 1 turn only. What the fuck does that do? Fun fact, while we were... There was a short period of time where this card was legal in Trinity format, and Judge Czar Mika actually came up with a problem-solving card text version of this card based on a unbelievable amount of rulings archaeology. It doesn't work great. It reads like, if you've ever read a prohibition that exists in the OCG, it reads like that. It's just awful, just terrible. Future Fusion. Oh, this card, so good at release and so bad now. Send from your deck to the graveyard fusion material monsters listed on a fusion monster card. Select a fusion monster from your fusion deck and special summon it 2 turns later. Broken. First errata, reveal a monster in your extra deck and send from your main deck to the graveyard fusion material monsters listed on the monster card. During your second standby phase, special summon one of that fusion monster from your extra deck and target it with this card. And then the Deuce print. During your first standby phase after this card's activation, show a fusion monster in your extra deck and send the materials from your main deck to the graveyard. During your second, fusion a fusion monster. Terrible. Lion's Eye Diamond. Wait, is this the Lion's Eye Diamond errata? This is a completely different card. What? Was there, like, uproar about this? Is this how it works in Legacy now? This makes, like, multiple Legacy decks fucking unplayable. No, it doesn't? How does it not? It's how it always worked. Oh, shut the fuck up, Siberian. There's no way this is how it always worked. Couldn't you use the mana to cast a card in your hand? No? You totally could. Yes, you could. You're not going to be able to convince me that changing the timing of a card from instant to like a mana source doesn't change anything. Call me if you want it explained. I'm not that invested.
That was wrong.
Huddleston, thank you for the sub. I guess this was to clarify you weren't allowed to put a card into your hand and on top of your deck. Flip, select one trap card from your deck and place it on top of your deck. If Necro Valley is active on the field, you can add the selected card to your hand instead. What does this change? The only other card I know that has instead on it is Sky Striker Hornet Drones, which fucked up an episode of the Coder thing for me, so go to hell. Erratas for names. Red Eyes Bee Dragon to Red Eyes Black Dragon. Let's go, baby! Why was it called Bee Dragon in the first place? What the fuck is a Bee Dragon? Oh. That went way bluer. Sure. Gilosaurus. You may treat this normal summon as a special summon. What the fuck does that mean? Ah, here's a couple. Summon Skull needed to retroactively be considered an Archfiend card. Understandable. A card that looks like this, you probably don't want to trigger the Satanic Panic anymore by calling it Archfiend of Lightning. And Harpy's brother was eventually changed to Sky Scout. It is not a Harpy. Wow. There we go. Thank God they rewrote this card. Oh my God. This is a classic example of the way they used to write cards. The fusion material monsters for this card are any 5 dragon-type monsters. This monster cannot be special summoned except by fusion summoned. This card does not take any battle damage. No card takes battle. What are you talking about? And cannot be destroyed by battle with an earth, water, fire, wind, or dark monster. Battle damage is still inflicted to players. The response? Monster can't be special summoned except by fusion summon. Can't be destroyed by battle with an earth, water, fire, wind, or dark monster. Although they still kept in, damage calculation is applied normally. A sentence that does not need to be there. Malevolent Nuzzler is the card in the TCG with the most errata at 9, despite none of the erratas changing anything? That's unbelievable. So, like, half of them are changing the word place to return and then back again. We have a better one for this. I just find this card is not a cyber card. So dang funny. I think this is the only card in the game they did this to, rather than just including the name to not include cyber. Yeah, instead of being like, this card is a part of archetype like Summon Skull, or by changing the name with something like Slime Toad, they were just like, this guy doesn't sit with us. Cybersaurus as well. Funny. I love how almost every Ally of Justice card has been errated, whether it being Quick Effect Clarification, Take Control, though my favorite is the changes to Destroy immediately without performing damage calculation. The new one makes sense, but the old one says, immediately! Oh my God, it happened twice. Mr. Core Destroyer, send him to hell immediately! Shouts out to Relinquished. They had to change the text so many times because of copyright, plus the fact that they forgot to put his summoning condition in. What? Copyright? The fuck is the copyright issue on Relinquished? Oh, Magic Ruler. Okay, sure. This card has literally 12 errata. What the fuck? This beats out Malevolent Nuzzler. This is 12 errata. Oh no, that's 2 languages. It's 6 errata. Okay. Yeah, Relinquished is absolutely crazy. Let me just read you the original text. This monster can take on the attack and defense of one opponent's monster on the field. A face-down monster results in attack and defense of 0. Treat the selected monster as an equip magic card and use it to equip Relinquished. You may only use this effect once per turn and can equip Relinquished with only one monster at a time. When your opponent's monster attacks a monster with an attack higher than Relinquished, the equipped monster is destroyed instead of Relinquished. Any life point damage you receive from the attacking monster when Relinquished is equipped is also inflicted to your opponent. What the hell? That's unbelievable. What I do appreciate is that while the... well, listen. I play Relinquished in GOAT because I'm a masochist, and I do appreciate that they have printed a high-rarity, very pretty version of this card in Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1, so we can get a version that actually does what it says on the tin. Look at the better version of this. You can ritual summon this card with Black Illusion Ritual. Once per turn, you can target a monster your opponent controls, equip that target to this card, max 1. This card's attack and defense become equal to the equipped monsters. If this card would be destroyed by battle, destroy that equipped monster instead. While equipped with a monster, any battle damage you take from battles involving this card inflicts equal damage to your opponent. So much simpler. So many fewer words. Unfortunately, it's not the original print, so GOAT purists are going to have to look elsewhere for problem-solving card text. Why do so many people play this deck? It's fun! Oh. You know Rescue Cat used to not negate the effects of the monsters it summoned? Whoo. Brain Control's weird. This is a card that was really, really good, and now it sucks ass. Actually, that's not weird at all. Yeah, I'm not touching this one. Toon Dark Magician Girl has an incomprehensible amount of text on it.
That was wrong.
Mooney28, thank you for the sub. During your standby phase, if a Sinister Serpent exists in your graveyard, you can return the Sinister Serpent to your hand. This reads like a continuous effect. It has to be on field to activate. Then it got fixed. Then it got nerfed. Toon Mermaid never needed a tribute. But the first text says you can special summon this card from your hand, parenthetical, but tributes are required if it is level 5 or higher. Huh? Oh, man. Twin-Headed Behemoth is such a strange card. Read the current text? Okay, let me read the current text. This is normal. So Twin-Headed Behemoth is a really strange card. This card was put on the Forbidden and Limited list in like 2007. And you might think to yourself, why? It was playable maybe as a fun of in Cyberdark, a deck that was nowhere near competitive enough to warrant a hit. But the reason is this card has a line of text on it that says, if a monster is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, this monster is special summoned with an attack and defense of 1,000 during the end phase of this turn. This effect can be used only once during the current duel. So on first printing, that was a once per turn per copy per duel. If you played 2 Twin-Headed Behemoth and they both got into the graveyard, one had triggered the effect and one hadn't, and your opponent figured out a way to get them back into your deck, something like a Transmigration Prophecy, and you draw one off the top, is that the one that can or can't activate its effect? It's impossible to know. So to solve this problem, instead of clarifying, they literally just limited the card. Thankfully, the new printings of it specify that Twin-Headed Behemoth itself can only activate that effect once per duel. I think this is the only example of a soft once per duel ever. All right, I'll click this, Siberian. You got it. This is so fucking funny. This is like a modern card. Must first be special summoned from your hand by tributing the same number of monsters needed for a tribute summon. Normally, 0. Normally 0. Normally 0. It's insane. 3 erratas for a card no one has ever used. I'm not reading these. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, Dark Soul's a great example. Now, this card says, during the end phase, if this card was sent from your side of the field to the graveyard this turn, you can add an X-Saber monster from your deck to your hand. But the old version said if this card you control is sent to the graveyard during the end phase, you can add an X-Saber monster from your deck to your hand. That means if you brought it back multiple times, it would trigger multiple times and add multiple monsters. This was never how the card was supposed to work. It was ruled incorrectly by some judges and ruined a couple of events. And I used ruined in a very loose sense of the term. This was arguably not even the best deck during its heyday. Grave Robber. This is one of the hardest Yu-Gi-Oh cards to understand ever. You can take one magic card from your opponent's graveyard. If it is your turn and you activate it, you take 2,000 points of direct damage. If it is your opponent's turn, you cannot activate it. This magic card is returned to your opponent's graveyard at the end of the turn. All right? What's the errata do for this unbelievably strangely worded card? Select one spell card from your opponent's graveyard. You can use it as your hand until the end of the turn. That didn't help at all. Okay, chat, don't... We're all thinking the jerk-off joke. Just don't say it. Ah, yes. The original printing of Counter Counter was not a counter trap and therefore could not do anything. This is just a great example of how problem-solving card text fixes things. Offer 2 monsters on your side of the field as a tribute to inflict 1,200 points of direct damage to your opponent's life points. Monsters used for a tribute summon, or that are offered as tributes, are excluded. You can tribute 2 monsters and inflict 1,200 points of damage. Done. Did you know that Toon World's original incarnation in the OCG made you pay an additional 500 per turn, and it would return the life points when it was sent to the graveyard? Oh my god. Eight erratas. They could not for the life of them figure out how to say summon a dude from your grave and attack. Well, in the defense of Yu-Gi-Oh here, do you know how many erratas Animate Dead has gotten? Wabaku and Hollowed Life Barrier are too mainstream. Check out the other example I know of the extremely obscure and mostly scrubbed away game concept of damaging monsters. Discard this card from your hand to the graveyard to make the damage inflicted to monsters that include Gravekeepers in their card name 0 until the end phase. However, the damage to your life points is calculated normally. During either player's turn, you can discard this card until the end phase. Gravekeepers monsters you control can't be destroyed by battle. Huh. This is a real errata. Any equipped card this card is equipped to is automatically destroyed. When an equipped spell is equipped to this card, destroy the equipped spell card. New one activates. There it is. This is another example of flavor text being edited. One of the few Gen X members that can communicate with its companions. That's a sentence fragment. A master of various powers of elements. New one As a master of all powers and elements, this is one of the few Gen X monsters that can communicate with its companions. Let's go. Another W for English majors. This one was on Shank. It's funny to think that the effect implies unlimited attacks. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, select and activate one of these effects. You can attack once again in a row. Wait, this can't attack the whole field? Why? I don't think it would change anything. The card's ass. Oh, this is a perfect one. Spear Reaper. Let me read you the original printing. This monster is not destroyed as a result of battle at any time, although damage calculation is applied normally. Just a fantastic paragraph that could be 3 or 4 words. When this card is specifically designated, as a target of a magic, trap, or effect monster card, this card is immediately destroyed. When this card attacks your opponent's life points directly, one card is randomly selected from your opponent's hand and discarded to the graveyard. A lot of things going on there. Firstly, it triggers on attack declaration. Secondly, what on earth does that effect do? Well, unfortunately, it does not do what it says. Spirit Reaper will check for if it has been targeted by a spell or trap or effect monster's effect on resolution of that effect, right? So if a card like Book of Moon puts it face down or Compulsory Evacuation Device returns it to the hand, it won't be able to perform that check and will survive. As a result, many people would book that Spirit Reaper and immediately find out they were losing the game. Thankfully, they rectified this in Battle Pack 01 years later. Why even put immediately on the card if it doesn't trigger immediately? The super frustrating part about this is the highest sought-after rarity of Spirit Reaper is from Champion Pack 3. And while I want to own Reapers from that, they literally do not say what the card does. I prefer the Yugi's Worlds. They're way cheaper, and they actually explain how the card works. 4 erratas for Cyberjar. This is one of the silliest cards of all time. The 4th errata actually says you do 3, 2, 1, go. What was that? The USB device you connected to your computer malfunctioned. What the fuck? Give me a sec. I didn't connect shit to my computer. Oh. It's got to be one of the 57 things that I haven't. I think I kicked a cable. Oh. Goyo. Goyo, how could this happen to you? This card was ass when it was brought off. It could come off with literally no changes to this day. But they took it off with an errata that made you have to use an Earth Tuner. Why? Nope. Something unplugged. All right, let's see what unplugged. Looks like everything's still plugged in. Oh. It thinks I'm trying to charge something. I'm not. That was half in. See if I can find another fun one. This one's just funny. Who doesn't love a good genocide? Early copies of Wall of Illusion used the term creature. I don't see the word creature on here. Shouts out to Armory Arm. Got errata to prevent you from doing an OTK with Armory Arm and Colossal Fighter, and in the most recent Hidden Arsenal, they changed it back. Let's go, baby. Thank you so much, Konami. Now we can play it in Edison. Basically, any old ritual spell that references level, stars, or making offerings. Yeah, I think they figured that would be too much for suburban housewives. Mommy, let me make an offering to the god of turtles. I'm looking for... There was one more I saw in here that I really like. Mind Master's great. 2 erratas on this bad boy, by the way. Michizure is fantastic. They don't have to put this text on there, but they did because they knew people would argue about it. Yes, if your monster is destroyed by battle, you can activate Michizure. It happens during the damage step. They wouldn't print this card if it couldn't be activated during the damage step. But they know that people are going to fight about it, so they put it on the card so they stop fighting about it. Where is it? Oh, Exchange of the Spirit, another functional errata. You can only activate this card by paying 1,000 life points while there are 15 or more cards in the graveyard. Swap the cards in your graveyard with the cards in your deck, then shuffle the cards in each new deck and put them into the deck zone. This kills your opponent on turn 1. So they changed it. Both players now have to have 15 or more cards in the graveyard. You pay 1,000 and then you shuffle. This guy was part of the Red Eyes family, 100 Eyes Dragon, and then they took the dash out. They took my dash. You can't Dimension Fusion that back, bro. Read Gravedigger Ghoul. Select 2 monster cards from your opponent's graveyard. The monster cards are removed from play for the remainder of the duel. They're staying there. Oh, shouts out to Goddess of Whim. Released in the McDonald's pack, does not have a once per turn on it. Toss a coin and call heads or tails. Call it right, and this card's attack is doubled during this turn. Call it wrong, and it will be halved during this turn. For a brief, like, 30-minute period, you could do this an infinite number of times and just get an infinitely large attack monster. Just because, like, eventually you're going to hit, like, 6 or 7 in a row. They changed it to a once per turn, unfortunately. Oh, man. Topologic Zero Boros on first print in the TCG took an extra turn to come back. Oh. And here it is. The greatest of all time. Dark Strike Fighter, a 7-star synchro. You contribute 1 monster to inflict damage to your opponent equal to its level times 200. Changed it to, during your main phase 1, you contribute 1 monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the tributed monster's level on the field times 200. You can only use this effect of Dark Strike Fighter once per turn. So a stipulation that you can only use it in your main phase 1, so you can't go to combat and then clean up the rest of their life points, and a hard once per turn. Notably, a bunch of these cards could get their erratas reversed, like Goyo Guardian, and be completely fine and unplayable in the current format. But Dark Strike Fighter is one of those weird cards that, if this card reverted to its old errata, not only would it see heavy, meta-relevant play, it would change the format entirely. If this card were legal, as written, every single deck would be a Dark Strike Fighter FTK, and die rolls and Hanawada would be deciding who won these games. Unbelievably powerful card. Copium. This is not Copium. Do you know how easy it is to get a 7-star synchro on your side of the field these days? Do you know how frequently people make Yazi? Imagine if Yazi read, you win the game. It already kind of does. Gravekeeper's Watcher. When your opponent activates a card effect that includes an effect whereby your opponent discards from his or her hand. Whereby? That's not even a word. Whereby? I guess it is. Oh, it's a company. When I see drip, I ask, whereby? You know? What the fuck? Wait, the errata's worse. When your opponent activates a spell, trap card, or monster effect that could make them discard when it resolves. What the fuck does that mean? Another victim to the satanic panic. In the defense of the localization team, that's literally satanic. Pretty well-known one. Yeah, so Wabaku used to read, you take no battle damage from your opponent's monsters this turn. Your monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Oh, no, that's what it now reads. Wabaku reads, you take no battle damage from your opponent's monsters this turn. Your monsters can't be destroyed by battle. But used to read, make all battle damage inflicted by monsters on your opponent's side of the field 0 during this turn, which left up to the caster the question of if it did or did not destroy monsters. Hollowed Life Barrier still has not seen a reprint and has that kind of text on it, but functions exactly the same as Wabaku. This has made Duel Links kind of weird because it was playable in Duel Links for a short period of time. Oh, they just reprinted it? Sick. All right, bada bing. That's it. Oh, for speed duels? That's actually a really good place to put it. It's like potentially a very playable card there. That's really smart of them. Great idea. Do an outro? Oh, yeah. Fuck you, Dyer. No outro. That's not the outro. Let's go. No, that is the outro. Yeah. $7.12. I want to watch the Rubendale thing so bad. All right, we'll prep to watch the Rubendale video, and then can we do the OTT in 20 minutes? Probably. So the OTT today is going to be Scareclaw. Y'all ever seen this deck, Scareclaw? I have no idea what it does, so. Yeah, Rebby, send me what is the deck you just faced? Is Scareclaw hard to play? Will I get it in 30 seconds? This is the version without Hauk. It's fucking Brave Plunder, but they Buster Lock. Oh, no, that's real. That's absolutely real. That's a super base deck, by the way. I don't think it's better than existing Brave Plunder, but it's very funny. All right, I'm going to run an ad. I'm going to get some food, and then we're going to put this shit together. Chat, I'm kind of giddy. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm kind of like a schoolgirl. Gavin's coming over tomorrow. I'm super excited. Gavin and Brent are showing up. Do you want to show the two videos side by side for chat? Yeah. So today, we're putting up the 2022 channel trailer, and I just got Dyer to make it. I never do a great job. So let me show you draft 1 and draft 2. Okay? Let me show you the two drafts. It's insane. Actually unbelievable. Okay, here we go.
It's morphin' time. Huh, oh, what the?
Feel free to SMD. It's pretty low effort content for me. Good luck, Dyer. I'm ready to duel. Go ahead and make your move. Progression Playoff Season 5! This can't be a real screen cap from a game. Holy shit. Ooh, psychokinesis is crazy.
A psychokinesis? Whoa, dude, that's crazy.
What the fuck? Folks, we've had a lot of good times on this stream, you and I. Now let's ruin it. Peeps Hot Tamales Fierce Cinnamon Collection. Oh, all of these reptile monsters are very good at summoning themselves to the field and putting up long chains of Link, Synchro, and Xyz material. Unfortunately, none of them are any good. I mean, if the back row isn't anything, I win the game right here. I just... Change of heart.
Okay.
That's the way it goes, baby. All right, so it's just a slideshow, right? It's just a slideshow. All right. Here's the new one. Here's the new one. Hey, I'm Joseph Rothschild, aka MBT, and oh, that's it. The fuck? Oh, is it processing or something? Here's the new one. Hey, I'm Joseph Rothschild, aka MBT, and you're watching me, hopefully. You may recognize. Okay, hey, I'm Joseph Rothschild, aka MBT, and you're watching me, hopefully. You may recognize me from that SEMO series where I'm getting my ass beat.
Tac deck, I have ego boost.
Or that hard leg series where I'm getting my ass beat. Dog, you pulled fucking evenly matched? Or those disease videos where I'm getting my ass beat.
Oh, it worked!
Wow. But I've got plenty of ass for my own channel. We've got 10-minute testing, Steal My Deck, Progression Playoffs, Junior Journey, One-Take Testing, the Chalice Line Monthly, and a whole bunch of other stupid shit. You may also be familiar with my side gig. I'm a prancing monkey on the Truman Show hell that is twitch.tv 4 days a week. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Do watch-alongs,
Let me see that progressing.
host tournaments, whoa, baby, and dabble in variety. This can't be a real screen cap. Don't feel like there's enough para in our social relationship? Well, check out my associated channels where I make occasional appearances. That's it. Bye. It's just a different video. It's just a completely different video. I don't get it. It's a different video. Go with the other one. Yeah, that's true.
That was wrong.
Hold up. I do want to give her one piece of feedback. I want a funnier, Dyer, if you're here, I want a funnier video for exactly this part. That's it. Earl, thank you for the 100. Have a good night, chat. Draft 2 is superior. Yeah, duh. Of course. we're not. Of course it is. All right, let's build this stupid fucking deck. Okay, a Scareclaw. Which part? You just showed 4 parts. When I say I play Yu-Gi-Oh. When do I get the ad revenue you've milked out of Progressy? We haven't made a cent off Progressy yet. We just got the MBT Clips channel monetized today. Dyer needs a funny duel moment. A funny MBT duel moment. Ideally for Master Duel. I don't think we have one. That's true. That is correct. There's actually one on the MBT Clips channel right now. The most recent video, you can just use a clip from that. Okay. What the fuck? This guy looks like shit. Am I crazy? I feel like this guy looks terrible. His name's Reichhart, like the Third Reich, and he looks like a fucking how to draw anime. This is awful. People play this deck? He looks look how bad he looks. He looks awful. I'm getting the He looks awful. I'm literally here. Check this out. He just looks bad. He just looks bad. He looks awful. Look at that. It's actually how to draw anime shit. He looks like a Scareclaw. I don't care. All right, I guess we're playing 3 of them. Play 3 of this guy, this guy, this guy. I don't know. Oh, good. Another Trichheart. Like trichomanosis? Like they all got STDs or something? Something I need to know about? What are these cards called? We're literally just playing 3 of all of them. 3 of all of them and then hand traps. That's what I like to see in a deck. 3 of all of them and then hand traps. Yes. Yes. That's what I like to see. Oh, they're actually not playing alternative. And they're only playing 1 of this. And that's it. Yeah, everything else is a 3 of. Why do we have a Funko Pop as the boss monster? What's going on here? What is the art direction for this? What the fuck? What are they supposed to be? Marketable plushies. Okay. There's Scareclaws. Shut up about Starfrost. I ain't playing shit. I'm not playing Hulk. Wait, I do need Starfrost. But we're not playing Hulk. Ash. Blossom. Ghost. Ogre. Infinite. Impermanence. Solemn. Strike. Rhoda. Terra. DD Crow. What the fuck am I missing? It's a spell called by. What else are we playing? Barone. Wolf Riot. That's how you know the deck is good. Zeus. Cicada King. Nightmare Shark. Underworld. Shureg. Access Code. And Phoenix. Sure. Whatever. None of this shit matters. Okay, so what are you supposed to do with this list? What do the Scareclaws do? Time to read them for the first time. You can special summon this. This is a Crusadia. It's literally Crusadias. Okay, so they're all terrible, but they're all Crusadias. Okay. Sure. And then what's this do? Scareclaw Clash. Hilarious name. Just awful. This shit is not making it past localization. No shot it makes them into super heavy samurais. Holy shit. Oh my god. This deck looks so fucking bad. This is so bad. 3! Okay, we got 1. Who the fuck is Liphobia, the wanton and willful world of desire? Oh, that's a field spell. Okay. The link that searches a field spell. The link that searches a field spell! Okay, this card is... How do we get the Visa Starfrost? Does anyone know? The field spell. Okay. Y'all ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka MBT, and we're back with another episode of One Take Testing, the show in which I aim to show off a deck, give you a sense of how it plays, and let you know my thoughts all in one Sorry, I just got scared there. That's because today we are playing Scareclaw, a deck that sucks. It's just... it's not often that I see an archetype and just prima facie think that it is ass in every conceivable way. I don't like its art direction. I think this guy looks like the cover of an how to draw anime book. I don't like the effects. They just remind me of Crusadia in the worst way possible. I don't think the playstyle is particularly interesting. It looks like they've recycled a bunch of really cool effects like Balinks and just slapped them on what appears to be Funko Pops. And it's all in service of a game plan I find extremely boring and unproductive. That said, these cards are probably going to be fine. They're free special summons, and they do plus you to a certain degree. Many people have already had a lot of success labbing these in, and I know this is going to really shock you, decks that go through the Halcdon line. But I'm not interested in showing off another one of those. You can go to literally any combo video under the sun and see someone attempt that line. I've got it out of my system, and I want to see how these play pure. As Konami intended, how does the Scareclaw deck, as given to us, function? So we're playing 3 of pretty much everything good and hoping for the best. We've got 2 Visas Starfrost here. We've got 3 Scareclaw Reichheart. We've got 3 Akora, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Ghost Ogre, 3 Veronia, 3 Astra, TD Crow, Rhoda, Terraforming, 3 Scareclaw Nova, a Called by the Grave, a Straddle, triple... I'll try it. Liphobia, the wanton and willful world of desire, 3 Infip, 3 Scareclaw Splash, and 3 Solemn Strike. In the extra, we've just got a bunch of really good cards, and then 3 of Trich Heart and 3 of Light Heart. Oh, sorry. Licked Heart. And you can lick my ass after we go into the games. What are we naming ourselves? We're Spooky Scary. We're going to be in US West Comp, hosting with the password A. All right, who we got? Yeah. All right, sure. All right, our opponent's name is Nya. I don't know if we're supposed to win or lose the die roll. I don't think it matters. We're not going to accomplish anything anyway. All right, go off. Oh, they're making us go first. That's like the exact opposite of what I wanted to happen. Well, we will begin with a copy of Reichheart, I suppose. We'll trigger the effect of the Reichheart in order to add a Scareclaw spell trap from my deck to my hand. Oh god, if they Ghost Ogre us, we literally just lose here. Oh, please don't do that. Oh, you know what? We can get the Reborn spell. Infip is fine. I have no intention of making any of this matter. We'll go into a copy of Lichtheart, and we'll trigger that effect to get the field spell from deck to hand, which we already have in our hand. We should not be playing a lot of these. We're going to go for the Lophobia, the Wanton World of Desire, I suppose. We'll grab a Scareclaw monster or a Visas Starfrost. So I don't actually think any of these do anything, right? This allows our Scareclaw monsters in the EMZ to attack a whole bunch of times per turn. Visas allows me to summon itself, but that seems really bad because we need a monster in the EMZ to activate Splash. I guess we haven't used the effect of Reichheart yet. We could get Starfrost, summon Reichheart, summon Visas. No, that doesn't do anything. We still need one more monster in order to go into the Link 3, don't we? All right, let's just go for any named monster here. I think probably, Aerorca is the least offensive. Do any of these do anything? Verona? No, they don't. Let's just go for Aerorca. All right, we're going to summon Aerorca to this zone. And then we're going to summon Reichheart here to this zone. And then we are going to summon Trichheart. Okay, I mean, this is a guy. He's like a boy. We will activate the effect. We are going to reborn a Crora. And hey! Yeah, that's pretty good. We can get Astra here as well. Get through the entire line this turn. Yeah! Neat! Alright, now what? we could make Lichtheart again. That's kind of crazy. Alright, let's set the infip. Let's set the slash. I think that's it, right? I imagine there's nothing else we want to do here. Yeah. Alright. We could have done a lot more. How? Vyasa? You can tribute the Link 1 for Visa Starfrost and revive the Link 1 by itself. That's crazy. Alright, we do get to negate the interrupted Kaiju Slumber. That's pretty good. Okay, wow. We are playing against Gradle Kaiju in the year of our Lord 2020. They're going to normal summon Alligator. That doesn't really do what they want. This guy's sort of Baguska. They're going to pop the Willful World of Desire. I guess that we have nothing to do about that. All right, we'll go for the Alligator. They're going to take a Trichheart. And now what? Oh my god, wait. That's absolutely the #1 wrong place to put that. Wait. If we imperm here, do we win? Do we get our guy back? Will it go back to them? I literally do not know for the turn. Okay, well then we'll wait on it. Well, at least we know they're not sniping. All right, they'll pass back to us. Oh, Ghost Ogre. That's a really good one, actually. All right, let's go for the infip here. Now, you all seemed to believe that Wanton Willful World of Desire and Visa Starfrost unlocked a whole bunch of combos, so I guess we'll try them. Let's go for Wanton. We'll trigger the effect. Let's grab Visa Starfrost here. Next, we can link off this Astra for a Lichtheart. Then we can trigger the Lichtheart. Shockingly, we still have material. We can go for Visa Starfrost. What do we do with this? We can target the Lick Tart, or do we want to target the Trick Tart? Chat, sound off now. Licked or tricked? Oh, I'm seeing a lot of licked. Seeing a lot of licked. Licked, tricked, or bricked? All right, let's go for licked. Boop. All right, she's gone. OY. We'll bring him out. Now we can activate the effect of Licked Heart Engrave. And we're getting in for a ton of damage here, right? If we normal summon Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, we can do what? Nothing. Quite literally nothing. Oh, what if we just make access code? Oh, wait, I just figured out lethal. We could just make access code. Oh, dude, that's crazy. Huh. Well, if we normal Ghost Ogre, we can go... No, there's no way we can do it. We're a little off lethal, but that's just going to have to be enough. Let's just go for access here. We'll banish a Dark. I don't really give a fuck about Gradle Impact, I feel like, so let's just grab that one. It was Gradle Split, okay? And now we have 74. God, if we could do something with this Ghost Ogre, it would be in business. Oh, but we can't. Oh, or can we? We could draw an additional card off of Nightmare Phoenix. But even if that gets a Scareclaw, it doesn't do anything. Let's just go to combat here. Whee! All right, so next turn we're going to have to deal with a lot of nonsense. Our opponent has access to a Kaiju, which sucks. But we have access to Visa Starfrost, and he's, like, cute, you know? So what are you going to do with that? Missed lethal. Okay, you had plenty of time to tell me how to hit lethal. Oh, they're thinking about it. They're thinking about it. What the hell is this? Gradle Slime Jr.? Okay, that's fine. They're going to bring back Alligator here. They're going to fire Gradle Impact. But what they don't know is that In My Hand is the most powerful card in the universe. A Ghost Ogre Code Talker. All right. Now the game is over, right? They just died to the face-up attack position, Slime Jr. They can use Kaiju Slumber. Oh, they can use Kaiju Slumber to get Gamciel exactly here. So they can summon it. Yeah, that's what they're doing, but that still doesn't accomplish anything. Right? They need 2 Kaiju. And even then, they can't get rid of the Gradle Slime Jr. Woo! So we're back with the deck, and honestly, I can't tell you how we possibly beat Tier 0 meta threat Gradle Kaiju. I mean, staple in the progression playoffs, in Chaos Draft. I mean, truthfully, we were lucky to get out of that one alive. This deck is boring as shit. It's so boring. Many people in chat were telling me I could have done a whole bunch of really excellent combos. Combos that basically just end on a powerful Synchro monster. And realistically, I can't imagine this deck being used for anything other than Halqifibrax spam. For what it's worth, I think that this is a very good archetype for Halqifibrax spamming, but that applies to pretty much any archetype that's been released in the past decade that incidentally contains a tuner monster. I am looking forward to seeing what other people come up with regards to these cards, but for now, they just kind of read like Crusadias that occasionally allow you to summon whites to your side of the field, and I'm not interested. That's it. That was fun. This deck is boring. You just don't like the art? I don't like the art or the playstyle. You're right. So which one of these is the tuner? Oh, Visas. Michael here. All right, I'm going to get a little more food, and then we're watching the Rubendale video. I'm going to call you in a sec, Spence. Do-do-do-do-do-do. You can see how every Scareclaw has a one-card Howkdon now. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Whoa, cool. Scareclaw into Lictart, into Scareclaw, or into Vsauce, into Scareclaw, into Hawk. Like, how boring is that? Let me just put one Hawk in here, and I'll just show you. Wow, this hand's crackers. Normal Rykart. Trigger the effect. Let's go grab another guy. Oh, he gets you an extender, too. Awesome. I don't know. Let's get Nova. Whoa! The Funko Pop searches the field spell. Whoa, we can use the field spell to get Vsauce. Whoa, we can summon Vsauce. Pitching this guy. Whoa, we can summon her back from the graveyard. Whoa, that's so cool. Wow, that's Hawk. All right, I'll be right back. Where did my bowl go? Oh, there it is. All right, chat. So next up, we're going to be watching the Swag Kage video about the meta. So this video came out like... What, like... Maybe... 2 weeks ago? And I just haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it.